Welcome to this YouTube video and my YouTube channel. If you have a Taurus rising and a Cancer moon and a Scorpio 7th house sun, then this is your video. So your rising or your ascendant degree is in fixed earth ruled by Venus, and this is the archetype of the builder. You have your moon, which is a beautiful moon in rulership in the third house. And this is the moon is emotions and our mother, and this is cardinal water ruled by the moon herself. And you have the sun in fixed water ruled by Mars and Pluto, okay, all things scorpionic. That is where you have a sun in detriment. This is not a strong placement for the sun. Very problematic, very problematic. But of course, there are some amazing sides to this Martian ruled fixed water of Scorpio. So the rising, the ascendant is the degree of the zodiac rising on the eastern side of the horizon at the moment of your birth. And the sign on which it falls is your rising sign. For you, this is fixed earth. And it's basically the rising is like the union mask you wear to interface and interact with society. It is how the world perceives you. It's the helm of your natal chart, the most you part of the natal chart. It is about the self, okay? Yourself, you, right? Aries is the natural first house and Mars is the ruler. Now, the minute you walk into a room, it's how you were plugged into the matrix, okay? It's how people perceive you. Remember that, the rising. So when you walk into a room, people see that Venus ruled body of yours because it's beautiful. Okay, a Taurus is very beautiful. This is nocturnal womb energy. It's an abundance energy, an energy of Amaltheus horn of cornucopia, which is an eternal symbol of abundance. That is Taurus rising, actually. You are very this is hard and cold because it's earth, and this is the archetype of the builder, and you're always looking to build things, relationships, friendships, businesses, opportunities. You're always looking to build something. There's a very methodical, slow approach to the way you deal with people when you walk into a room. You're not, rambunctious or overtly, bossy or dominating or throw yourself around like an Aries, but you assert your dominance just by your presence. Imagine Aphrodite, okay? Taurus rules the throat and the thyroid. So people immediately notice your voice. It's very beautiful. Okay, people immediately see that about you. So speaking can be something that you are interested in. Singing, acting, all of this, all things Venus, the beauty business, in fact, is quite amazing for this. Now, Taurus is all about substance, remember. It's fixed earth, it consolidates, it's about functionality, it's about embodiment in this world. So think of the 5-petal pentagram Venus draws across the sky. Okay, this is how the soul enjoys reality, or how the soul is seduced into this reality by Venus using the 5 senses. So very tactile, touch, feel, taste, smell, see, So, touch, hug, be very free with cuddles. If you know someone who's Taurus rising, or if you're Taurus rising, cuddle someone. You need that, and you have a Cancer moon. So, hell, you need that, okay? So, you are very engaged with the words. You love to cook through your 5 senses, as I said. So taste, food, because Taurus also rules agriculture, the earth, the physical body, banking, finances. So you see how, even F&B, hospitality can be such a big line of work for you. But this connection with food can see you putting on tremendous amounts of weight. That could be very difficult for you to lose. Taurus doesn't lose weight easily, my friends. Remember that. Love gifts, love to give gifts, receive gifts, love to spoil people, but they don't like surprises. Like you definitely don't like surprises, right, Taurus rising? Stubborn, temperamental, moody, and moody, you take that Cancer moon, becomes very moody. Taurus is about embodiment. So remain embodied, but do not get trapped in the five senses. Remember that. Do not get trapped in the five senses. There's a more to life, more to reality. Okay. Now, the Sephiroth is Malkuth, and the chakra of Taurus is the Muladhara chakra, right? Now, moving on to the moon in your third house. Third house, siblings, automobile, communication, short distance trips, office work. So you're probably very sentimentally attached to a car or to your sibling. You have an older sibling who's like a mother. Okay, the moon is the mother. The moon is our emotions, how we connect, all things feminine. Okay, the moon rules the breast and the stomach. So immediately there's a nourishing component to the moon. And this is a beautiful moon in rulership. Moon is imagination, ESP, how you will be as a mother, your everyday habit patterns. So having that beautiful moon in rulership could also mean you're very temperamental and moody. Because, you know, the moon shifts and fluxes. This cardinal water that wants to create something, put that with fixed earth, and what you have, fecund, fertile clay that you can shape into anything, you can plant anything, you can grow anything. Okay, tons of people with this placement have green thumbs, right? And now Cancer is about growth. That's why Jupiter is exalted there. Because Cancer, being the archetype of the mother and the womb energy, it is about growth. It is about growth, okay? And so there's a very supportive aspect, the growth of your emotions that can take place, and you want to communicate all of that. Blogging for a third house moon about your emotions. You know, making videos, also making content can be amazing, because any planet, although the third house is not an angular house, and you know it's a cadent house, and having planets there, they're not that powerful, but still this is moon in rulership. So this is a very powerful moon, okay? And this is the fecund waters of the womb. And mix that with Taurus. Taurus is also the nocturnal womb sign of Venus. Okay, so you see how fertility is such an important part of your understanding. Scorpio is also fertility, rules the sexual organs. We'll get to that. A very cautious, a very slow and methodical angle to this Cancer moon that can be there, even, you know, hesitant to start new relationships. And Taurus cannot seem to break away, because, you know, they just invest so much of their time that they see relationships as an investment. So they can't break away from that. That gets problematic. As I said, very moody. So you can be very demanding emotionally. Or your mother could have been very demanding emotionally. The moon is also your mother's message. So your mother probably told you that, you know, your siblings, your family, your neighborhood, they're very important to you for emotional fulfillment. And if you don't have that, and mother, even if she didn't teach you this consciously or actively engaging with you, she taught you this somehow. Okay, the moon is your mother's message as well. So there is this need to connect with your siblings when you have moon in the third as well. Okay, you basically want to care for people with your moon in Cancer, and you want to be cared for. Like with the Taurus rising, you want to cook for people, but you also want people to cook for you. Sometimes Cancer is so giving that there is no reception, so the energy is just them giving till they just, you know, there's no replenishment. Don't do that to yourself, because you have to, self-care and self-love is a big lesson that Cancer needs to learn. They're so giving, they are so forgiving, they are so, engaged with the world and the people, that they don't take. That is something you need to work with. It's very healthy to take. Now with that sun in opposition to your rising, okay, and having your moon in Cancer is trining your sun in Scorpio. So their parents had a sort of fluid understanding. Trines are very powerful, positive, harmonious aspects, yummy aspects. So sun is the father. Sun is your healthy sense of ego, how you want the world to perceive you. The sun is how you shine, how you are as a leader. Sun in Scorpio, not great. This is the realm of Mars in traditional astrology and Hades. Now Mars operates or Pluto, of course. Mars operates very differently here than from Aries, which is cardinal fire, which is like a matchstick. Here Mars is like ice, a sword of ice that is, fixed, immovable, right? Now, with this polarity playing out with your sun and your rising, it's how you want the world to perceive you, and how the world perceives you is never, in harmony. And having a Scorpio sun, your father had secrets. And you probably have secrets, okay? You love secrets. You love the occult. You go looking for things that no one goes looking for, and you find them. And you always come to really crazy conclusions, but somehow, even though people ridicule you, at the last minute, they realize you were right. So here with the Scorpio sun, you want to dig deep, deep, deep. Okay, you're not happy with the surface material. You just want to, go deep inside. And this is the realm of the unconscious. So Taurus rules the throat and the thyroid. Cancer rules breast and stomach. Scorpio rules the genitalia and the organs of elimination. So immediately you can get pregnant very easily, or there could be trauma with pregnancy with this polarity, because with Scorpio there's always a sort of trauma with pregnancy, more so with ascendants, but Scorpio rising, but even with sun, problematic relationship with father or husband, lot of things that are hidden. You can even get a good inheritance from your father, 8th house sun. Okay, this is feminine Scorpio, and you have your all your three, the big three is in the feminine signs. Taurus feminine, so the way you express your emotions is feminine. The way you receive and attract love is feminine with the moon in Cancer. And also the way you shine is not a very overt, on the surface, push, shove it in your face sort of expression of your leadership. You're still feminine. Although this is fixed, Cancer is cardinal. This is fixed. This is a very, very warrior-like placement, because after all, Mars is a warrior. Okay, yes, he's different in the way he fights. In Scorpio, he becomes strategic. So your sun makes you a sort of a strategist, and you never want to disclose your secrets to anyone. You hold your cards close to your chest. Okay, and you know a thing or two about sexuality and sensuality, with the Scorpio, Taurus, and Cancer playing out in your life. Okay, very focused energy the Scorpio brings. Even Taurus, being that fixed earth, gives you focus. Okay, something that cardinal water may sometimes lose. Your moon, lose focus, because you can get too moody and emotional and hypersensitive, right? So a huge depth of perception with your Scorpio 7th house sun, and you can have a really deep relationship with your partner, with the sun being in the 7th. So how did the archetype of the builder, the archetype of the mother and child, and the archetype of the investigator work out for you? Drop me a comment, book a reading, subscribe, like, comment, share. Thanks.